up, Knoxville? DJ Crowley here. Simmer down, 90.3 The Rock. Roots Underground is in the background. They're doing their thing. But we're also sitting here doing our thing with a little band called Thrive, all the way from Santa Cruz, California. We're really excited to have you guys. What is going on, Thrive?
What up?
What up, guys?
Yeah.
What up, guys?
So, you know, when I start my interviews, I with somebody I haven't talked to before, I want to ask you guys what you guys are all about. You know, you're from Santa Cruz, but tell us about Thrive, how you guys started, you know, whatever.
We started back in 2008 as a three-piece band back in 2008, and we were originally kind of based out of Sonoma County, but then we picked it up and moved the band over to Santa Cruz, California. And then from there, we've gained the support of the local community in the local Bay Area, Northern Cal, just kind of full spectrum of California scene out there. We've really been fortunate to be blessed with a lot of opportunities, especially through people like Cali Roots and other people as well. But yeah, so that's kind of the foundation of the band, and we've just built on it from there. The members have changed, and now we're in a solid place where we have a lot of dedicated musicians here that are just trying to make music about kind of just real life stuff and real life issues and real music. So
you guys have played Cali Roots from the beginning, pretty much, right?
You know, we've just been really blessed just to just be involved from the beginning moments of the California Roots Fest and stuff. Seeing from where it started to where it's come, it's just a blessing just to be a part of it and just to see the growth and the movement and the music in this genre has just been really, you know, relevant for what's happening, you know, on a daily basis. So.
You know, me and Matt, yeah, we were there on year number 1, and all these guys, we played the first year Cali Roots, and you know, me and Matt remember when we were just passing out handbills to, you know, the local hotels to try to get some more people in the door, and to see where these guys have taken reggae music, especially for America in general, is just really amazing and really, really inspirational to us bands to even work harder to get that positive message out there.
It's a good answer, man. I mean, you guys are one of the originators, you know, in Cali Roots, you know, the bands that play it. You were talking about, you know, just a few people, you know, at the first one, and now look, you know, what it's become. And you're right. I mean, it's reggae for America and beyond. I think you're right. So I want to hit a note right now that might be a little bit rough, but we need to talk about this. You just had a tragedy, a very big tragedy. In the Thrive band, you lost Scott, who's your sax player, to cancer. Can you talk about number one, the charities and the foundations that you're dealing with, and also how you're moving on as a band after this tragic issue?
Yeah, man, so obviously one of our brothers, Scott Shipper, he was diagnosed with cancer in 2011, and in 2012, out of taking something negative in his life, he pushed it to a positive note and started Unify to Thrive, which is a charity. It's a clothing company. It's a charity that all the proceeds donate to St. Jude Children's Hospital, which the reason why he started that, we're a touring band, and no matter around the country, people can relate with kids with cancer, especially St. Jude's is a non-profit hospital that donates all their time, everything, all the doctors, they're all non-profits to getting kids cured from cancer. Unfortunately, we lost him in 2013 after 2 years of him battling with it, and he asked me to keep the charity going. So now we just revamped our website at unifytothrive.org. Still selling clothing, still doing all that. It's a building process, and it's hard to move on from it. You know, every show is difficult, but you know we're moving on from it forward. We've recently added someone. You know, a good friend of Dan Herrera on trumpet. He's a good friend of Scott Shipper's as well. And we didn't add a saxophone player because, you know, like the saxophone is kind of a sacred instrument with Thrive. A couple of us got tattoos of saxophones from Scott Shipper, so we thought it was appropriate to add a trumpet instead. It's someone who's as musically capable as Scott Shipper with Dan Herrera. And, you know, we're just pushing the charity and pushing the musicality and his dream with the music forward.
And you know, Dan has really stepped up and really helped this band, because it's not like we're trying to replicate what we've already done. What we're trying to do is grow into a new musical being, and I think he could probably tell you a little bit more about his involvement and his perspective on it. But it's been pretty heavy, like seeing the fans' reaction to him and like them accepting him, because they know like he's stepping up to Scotty's place, and he's doing, you know, and he's doing it at a level of skill where Scotty would have appreciated it. So.
You talk about it a little bit. I mean, you know, I never knew Scott. I've never met him, but I met you last night, and you seem like you have a very good vibe. Very, very positive, positive mindset. Can you talk about what you're doing with Thrive?
Well, right on. Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, I didn't know Scott terribly well. I had a chance to record with him on Thrive's latest album, Relentless, and he was a great musician, great man, had a great spirit, and a very talented musician, and we worked together on that, and I can see why he's missed, both musically and personally. And as far as stepping into his shoes, which are big ones, it's been easy because these guys are beautiful, and they've been very welcoming and made it easy on me, and I'm just happy to play music for anyone that wants to listen and just bring, you know, my little gift, whatever that is, to the world. And these guys have given me a great platform to do that, and I love them for it. And I miss Scott.
All right, guys, you're listening to 90.3 The Rock. This is Simmer Down, Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm hanging out with the Thrive crew, Cali Roots, Carolina, version 2. You know, we're talking about some really tough stuff. But let's move on to the future now and move forward and talk about what you guys have in store for the future. What are you guys working on?
We got a lot of new music that we're working on right now, and we're kind of just trying to, you know, we need to get into the studio here pretty quick. I think we're going to take some time off. We're going to do a tour with Fortunate Youth coming up, and then after that we're going to hit the studio and really try to pump some new music out for our fans, and we're really excited about it. So.
Speaking of the music, I think we were talking about this last night. You know, how do you classify your band? And we were talking about all these different things. I see soulful reggae. Is that right?
Well, a lot of our backgrounds are definitely different. It's just crazy. We've become such close as a family playing in this band, and you know, like Dan's background's jazz. You know, Andy likes rock. You know, Aaron grew up on punk rock. I grew up on gospel. Kenny grew up on old school rap. You know, when all that fuses together, it's something magical and something really beautiful that happens when you see influences personally in our own music of what we listen to and what we like to play, and then hearing that all come together, it just paints a beautiful painting on a canvas with paint that's, you know, colored with musical notes, I guess.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I think every band out there, you know, you get into this question at an interview and they're like, you know, you can't really classify us, man. You know, we're like a mix of all this stuff, and that's true, because every band does have their own sound. You know what I mean? And you can't say that this band is this or that band is that, but I think a lot of the elements that make up Thrive are just what we like to listen to, which is a lot of, you know, like you said, all different kinds of stuff: soul, jazz, R&B, rock, hip hop. We like everything as long as it's you know, good music and it comes from the heart. So.
Sounds good. Speaking of the heart, let's get to this last question here. What does reggae mean to Thrive?
I think we all like reggae music just because of the message behind it, and the feel of the music is just, it makes you feel good when you listen to reggae music, you know. So we kind of like having that as our foundation, and then blending everything else that we love into that, and it works for us, you know, and it's working for a lot of other bands that are coming out of the United States and California and wherever, you know. Like everybody's like Aaron said, has their own sound, and it's just really amazing to see what's this movement that's happening right now.
It is a movement. You're right.
I think for me, reggae it's a lot of different things. You hear the music, you hear the beat of the bass and the drum, and it's empowering, it's happy, it's sad, it makes you feel huge when you listen to it. It inspires you. It does so many different emotions when you hear the music. And if you hear, like, you know, people like back in the day, like Bob Marley and all these other cats, like they got a message behind their music, and it, not only the lyrics but the music too, it makes you feel empowered as a person and like have a purpose in life. And I think that's what it means a lot for all of us.
And in that way, it truly is the music of the people. You know what I mean? Because I don't think there's a person on earth that couldn't relate to those basic fundamental things about life.
And I think with that fusion that comes from the positivity from reggae music and stuff, I think the positivity and the good things in life that we've all experienced, and the music that, you know, sets us free, we see fans like kind of connect to. I think with all that being said, you know, we've kind of made our own little concoction of that situation, of how we can be a positive band in our own way, in our own style, you know, with that, like, and portray the message that we're trying to do. So
Yeah.
that's a big thing for us.
Well, guys, it's been an absolute honor. It really has. I've been wanting to, you know, chat with you guys for many, many, many years. And thank you so much for an unbelievable interview. And we hope to see you more in the future. One more time, guys, how can we get a hold of you? How can we find your music?
The best way is to go to thrivetheband.com. That will then prompt you to either like our Facebook page or anything else. But you can find us on other social media platforms: Instagram @thrivingmusic, Twitter @thrivingmusic, Facebook.com/thrivingmusic, and again, thrivetheband.com. And we just want to say thank you to everybody that's allowed us to do this, because this is truly what we love, and we feel like this is what we were put here to do. So thank you for allowing us to do that, because we appreciate you more than we could appreciate anything.
Well, thank you guys for everything you guys do for music and for life, guys. Appreciate it. Big ups. DJ Crowley here, Cali Roots, Carolina, version 2. We're thriving. We'll see you on the flip side.